What's up, guys? Welcome back to another live stream from Scalar Learning, and today we are continuing with ACT prep, and we are using the Manhattan Prep Book, 5-pound book of ACT practice problems. It's a pretty cool. It's pretty cool from the math side. That's really the only side I've been looking through, and I like it because of the way it's based on these categories. So we've been just going through the math pre-algebra section. And then it sort of like progresses in, you could say, difficulty or complexity as it goes throughout the book. So I'm also doing these videos because they are not timed, and I've been asked to do some at a slower pace. So that's what these are all about, and we are going to jump into it right now. I got the calculator queued up as the entire ACT is calculator. And that's it. Let's do it. If 25% more than a number is 325, what is 20% less than the number? Okay, so check this out. First, what I want to do is 25% more than a number is 325. It's really weird wording, but I'm going to set up my equation as 25% more than any number is that number times not just 0.25 times 1.25. So we're saying 1.25x equals 325. Now I can solve for this x variable like this. Oops. Like this, and we got 325 divided by 1.25, and we get 260. X equals 260, and then we say what is 20% less than the number, basically, or we really want 80% of this number. So what I can do is I can multiply this number by, anytime we want 20%, taken away or whatever, we can just say, oh, we want 80%. So I could multiply this simply by 0.8. And we get 208. All right, next. A company's office has 8 conference rooms available, and each conference room will hold up to 6 chairs apiece. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If the company has 25 chairs in the office and each conference room must have at least 1 chair in it at all times, what is the maximum number of conference rooms that could have 6 chairs at any given time? So we could have 6. 6, that's 12, that's 18. We can't have 6 here because then there'd only be 1 left over and we need 1 in each. So now we're at that point. That's actually, it's 3. That's it. But, because look, now we go 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, 18, 22, and then 4, something like that. That's the best we can do. We can't go more than 3 rooms with 6. All right, next, make sure I understood that right. Yeah. It's 12.5, and look, you didn't have to do it this way. You could have used process of elimination. Be like, okay, well, let's try 4. Let's try the max. 6, 6, 6, 6, 1. Oh, that doesn't work. Let's try 3, 6, 6, 6. Okay, yes, this works. 12.5% of z, 12.5%, aka 0.125 times z. The word of is always times, is 880. Then what number is 250% of z? So first I'm going to solve for z. Oops. These are wrong because it has to be bigger than 880. This is even too small. It's either j or k. But let's go ahead and do this division. 880 divided by 0.125, and we get 7,040. So this times 2.5. But nice little process of elimination. And we didn't even need to complete the math to know that. Next, if a is an odd integer and b is an even integer, which must be an odd integer? A plus b. If that's an option, it's not. This is wrong. Any even times anything is even. This has to be even, because that would be 2 times a, 2 is even, so multiplied by odd is even, right? 2 times 3 is 6, plus another even is even. A is odd, this one. Because this is an odd, so pretend a is 3 plus 3 times 2, right? B is even, so that would be 3 plus 6, which equals 9. So you can test it out like that. Let's just disprove these. This would be a squared. This is again times b, which is an even, which makes it even. And this could be either. No. If a is 5, b is 2. It doesn't matter because you're multiplying by 4, so it's going to be even no matter what. All right, next. John spent an average of $12 on 4 items at the store. Average of 12 on 4 items. If the most expensive was 21, what was the average price of the other 3? So 21 plus X, which is the cost of the other 3, divided by 4 equals 12. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the total of the other 3, and then I can calculate the average from that. Multiply both sides by 4. I get X plus 21 equals 48. Minus 21 minus 21. Oops. And I get X equals 27. So 27 is what the other 3 cost. The average price of the other 3 is 27 over 3, which is 9. If X is an integer, if X is an odd integer, which of the following must be an even integer? 2X if it's there. Okay, not this, because that would be a fraction actually. Not this, not this. Because odd times odd times odd, still odd. Odd times odd, still odd. Odd plus even is still odd, right? 3 plus 4 is still 7. This one's got to be by process of elimination, but let's plug and chug. Let's just choose 3. So 3 squared is 9 plus 3 times 3, which is also 9. 9 plus 9 is 18, and it's even. Boom. Done. 92. Okay. Table below shows partial information on monthly sales for a retail department store. Unfortunately, not all of the data is available yet because the accounting department is in the process of revamping its sales database. The data has been included in this table, however, is accurate. Though the data has not been compiled yet except for January, management feels that women's accessories departments may be in trouble. Sales fell 10% per month in each of the subsequent months displayed. If this is accurate, which of the following is close to the sales amount in April? So it's going down by 10%. So they said women's, it was accessories. Women's accessories may be in trouble. Okay, so it drops by 10% every month. So 10% of 100, basically we keep multiplying by 0.9. So 0.9 times 100 is 90. Now this is not 80, by the way. You got to be careful. This is now, we do 0.9 times 90, which that I can do mentally, which is 81, but it's like 9 times 9. And then 0.9 times that is 7290, I believe, but I'll double check. 81 times 0.9 is 7290. Ooh. So we're going to have to say 73. Round up. Approximately what percentage of the department store's sales in the month of January did men's clothing account for? What percent of January? So it's 75 out of 290. Right? 215, 220, 75 divided by 290 is what? 20. So that's like the that's like the percent. Just move the decimal over twice. So 25.8% or 26%. Round it, and then 94. Department store manager believes that women's clothing department averaged 120,000 per month in sales over the 4-month period listed. Hold on. Women's clothing, got it. 120,000 per month in sales. Wait, what is this? Oh, is this in thousands of dollars? I totally missed that. Thousands of dollars. There we go. If this is the case, what was women's sales in April in thousands of dollars? Got it. So it's averaged, what did it say, 120? Okay. So we do 115 plus 122 plus 108 plus X over 4. The average of all 4 of those has to equal, was that 108, right? Has to equal 120. Multiply both sides by 4 while I add these up. I'll do it mentally. 122, 130, 230, 330, 345. 345 plus X, multiply both sides by 4 equals 480. Subtract 345. And I get X equals 135. Boom. Yeah. All right, next. Samir had an average score of 92 on his last 8 tests. If he received an 85 on one of those tests, Samir had an average of 92 on his last 8 tests. So x is the sum of those divided by 8 equals 92. That's the sum of his first 8 tests, not the, If he received an 85 on one of those tests, what was the average for the other 7 tests? Okay, well, I'm going to revamp it now. Let's say 80. This is the other 7 tests, and this is the 85. So 85 plus the other 7, boom. So let's solve for 720, 736 minus 85. X equals 651, right? And then we do 651, average of those divided by 7. I can do that. It's 93. But let's double check. 651 divided by 7 is 93. All right, cool. So number 96, ratio of A to B is 2 to 1. All right, we can set a proportion. A to B is 2 to 10. And the ratio of C to B is 3 to 1. What is the simplified ratio of C to A? So I want to get a ratio with C and A. Let's get the B out of there. So cross multiply, we have cross multiply this one, we get 2B equals 10A, B equals 5A. Oops. No. Sorry. Divide both sides by 10. Because I want to substitute in. No, that was right. Shoot. 3 to 1. And then let's multiply both sides by 5. And I get C to A equals 15 to 1. Aaron, Bonnie, and Carl are members of a competitive bowling team. 3-person team competing in a 4-peer game regional bowling tournament recently where it came to second place out of 12 teams. There's partial information. Unfortunately, he did not get a chance to write down all the results. All right. So they came in second out of 12, right? All right, whatever. By approximately what percent did Carl's score increase from game 1 to game 2? So x times 165 equal. Oh, well, actually, wait. It's easier. It went up by 15. So 15 is what percent of 165? That's what we have to answer. And literally, like, I can set up a percent proportion, or the fastest thing is just divide. 15 divided by 165. That gives us the decimal, and to turn it to a percent, we just move it 1 to, so it's 9%. Or 9.1 if we round. All right, next. Bonnie mentions to Aaron that she's certain her average scores for the 4 games was 235. Bonnie's right. What was her score for game 4? So she says 235, right? 31, 19, 40. 31, 19, 40. She said her average was 235. So the 4th game, so we take the average of these divided by 4, and that's got to equal 235. So then multiply both sides by 4. X plus 231 plus 219, 250, 450, 690. X plus 690 equals, now let's multiply both sides by 4, that's 800, 920, 940. Subtract 690, subtract 690, and I get x equals 250. That's 250. Now, I would actually use a calculator if my calculation here was wrong and I didn't see something right there. It's pretty risky to do all that stuff mentally like I just did. I wouldn't recommend it. You got a calculator on the test, just do it. Here, I'm doing it because, one, I feel really confident with my mental math, but that comes from years and years of doing this every day, day in, day out. The second thing I'll say about that is it doesn't really matter. I'm showcasing it. If I make a little mistake here, it's not a big deal. On the test, you don't want to do that. In a pack of wolves, 150 male wolves have an average weight of 50. 100 females have an average weight of 40. What was the average weight of the entire population of the pack of wolves? Okay, so it's 150, each one weighing 50, like approximately, but we'll just do that, plus 100 times an average of 40, approximately 40. And then the average of the entire pack, well, how many are there total? 250. That's how we do average, right? So that's 7,500 plus 4,000 divided by 250. That's 11,500 divided by 250, which is 44. 45, 46. 46. 11,005. Let's double check that one because I'm not too sure. Yeah. All right, next. 100. 3 questions left. The ratio of A to C is 2 to 8. 2 to 8. The ratio of B to C is 2 to 3. What is the simplified ratio of B to A? So again, let's substitute in for C. Let's substitute in something A for C down here. So let's isolate. Boom, boom. 2C equals 8A. Divide both sides by 2. C equals 4A. That's nice. I can plug that in right here. And then I got B. So again, it's B to A. So that's good. B over 4A equals 2/3. Multiply both sides by 4. Cancel out. B to A equals 8 to 3. Boom. The price of a stock increased by 40% in year 1, then increased by 30% in year 2. Right, increase of the 2-year period. So first it's X and it's going up by 40%. Then this value is going up by 30%. You see, so it's not 70%, which is the red herring. I mean, not red herring. It's the trick answer. You do 1.3 times 1.4. Then it goes 1.82 or 82%. That's how much it's going up by. All right. Last one. At 25%, meaning taking 25% away, aka leaving 75% left. The next day she purchased the watch. What percent of the original price was the watch's price when she purchased it? So we actually don't even need the 60 because they want to know the percent it was of the original. Just do 1.2 times 0.75. 90%. And that's it. All right, let's go ahead and correct this and make sure we got these all right. All right, 1 sec. Okay. Always check my work. Okay, 86 is JDKCH. JDKCH. 91 is EHBJC. EHBJC. 101 is BJ. B and J. All right, we're good to go. All right, guys, that is it. I know ACT is coming up this Saturday, so best of luck to all you guys. I'm going to try and squeeze in a couple more ACT math days just to get you guys all set and ready to go. But I got a lot of good content already out there for the ACT, so if you are prepping for this Saturday, make sure to check out a bunch of stuff on my channel. I've got a lot of really good walkthroughs, so that could be a major benefit. And if you guys like this video, found it useful, please click that like button below. And if you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments section. And subscribe if you want to see more from the Scale It Learning channel. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all next time. Take it easy.